Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I recently discovered Makeup Revolution, which is a makeup brand based in UK, and I've read that they have really good products, like their eyeshadows are very pigmented and creamy, so I decided to get some for myself to try, and I'll be showing you guys what I picked up in this haul video. But before I start, I'd like to talk about their shipping and customer service. So I went over to their Facebook page and they have quite a bad rating over there, which got me a bit scared, but I had a pleasant experience overall. So the customers on their Facebook kept complaining about missing packages and shipping emails not being sent. So for my personal experience, my order was shipped in 2 separate packages, but I only received a single tracking number. So when I received my first package, I kind of freaked out that they forgot or completely left out half of my order. So I contacted customer service and they informed me that my order was shipped in 2 packages. But in this first package that I received, I had 8 eyeshadow palettes in that, and there were 4 of them that were broken. So it was a huge mess and there was eyeshadow scattered all over, and I was kind of heartbroken because I had wanted really nice clean palettes to photograph and to show you guys. So I was kind of pissed that they did not package and ship my order properly. So I contacted them and they agreed to send over replacements, and I'm still currently waiting on them, so we will see how that goes. In the meantime, let's hop right into the haul. So let's start off with some lipsticks. I have 2 lipsticks over here, one from Makeup Revolution and one from Freedom Makeup, which is their sister brand, and you can get it from the same website, which is Tam Beauty. And so this Makeup Revolution one is this wine purple, sort of vampy kind of color, and it is called Rebel with a Cause. And these 2 lipsticks were £1 each, which is very cheap and affordable, and there's nothing special about them. They perform like normal lipsticks. They are very moisturizing and they do have a sheen on them. I am currently wearing this Freedom one, which is this sort of brick red, and it is called True Power. So this one does apply attach sheer, and you need like 2 or 3 layers to build up the color, but once it's on, it's very moisturizing and they will transfer. And then I picked up this waterproof liquid eyeliner, and there is 3 milliliters of product in this, and it was about £1.50. It was very cheap, so I thought, hey, let's try out some new liquid eyeliner since my current one is running out. And the one that I use right now is really good and I love it. It is my holy grail eyeliner, but if there is a cheaper alternative, then I am all for that. So I currently have these on my eyes right now, and it has a very stiff brush, which I kind of love and hate. It does give you a very precise application and you can do fine thin lines with this, but the stiffness of the brush kind of scratches at your eye too, so that is kind of painful and doesn't feel very good on the eyes. So yeah. As for their waterproof claims, once it's dried down, it doesn't smudge or budge, it doesn't transfer, so that's good. And the color doesn't bleed through your skin, so it's really a good product. And it is kind of waterproof because I did run the swatches through water and it did not move, but once you start rubbing it a little, it did come off. Next up, I picked up 2 of their gift sets, and the first one is this HD Pro Sculpt and Contour Kit. So it comes with this contour palette, a sponge that is pretty much a beauty blender dupe, and 2 brushes. So the brushes are really soft and very useful, so I'm glad I got this set because I did not have a contour kit to begin with, so this has come in very handy for me. And this sponge is very dense and soft, and it does expand when damp, so it is really like a beauty blender. The contour palette has a shimmery highlight shade over here and 2 more matte highlights and a banana shade and 4 contour colors at the bottom. So I'm currently wearing the darkest one on my cheekbones, and I really had to blend it out because it was too dark on me. I was just trying it out because I would usually wear like the first 2. The shimmery highlight is pretty for a soft, subtle highlight on the cheekbones, and the 2 matte highlight shades do not really show up on my skin, but they can be used to set your under eyes or set your concealer, and the banana powder can be used to correct redness, and in my case, I kind of used it today to sort of conceal and correct some of my contour that went a bit too excessive. But once it's blended out, it actually looks quite nice. And these are really soft and creamy and very blendable, so I highly recommend this palette. And then the next gift set is this HD Pro Eyes and Brows palette that comes with this eyeshadow palette and 3 brushes for your eyes. So there is a fluffy brush, a flat eyeshadow brush, and a slanted brush. And again, the brushes are very soft and nice to use on your face, so I really love these brushes. The palette has a nice range of neutral shades for everyday looks. So they have a bunch of matte shades in the first 2 columns, and then some set-in shades on the 3rd one, and some shimmery ones in the 4th and 5th ones. And the last column is supposed to be for your brows, but you can really just use it as eyeshadows. Both the gift sets were £12 each, so considering you get a good palette and some brushes, I think that is a real steal. Plus they are currently on sale on their website, so you might get them even cheaper. Next, I have these 244 Ultimate Eyeshadow Collection palettes, and these are the 2017 versions, and so there is a matte series over here and a shimmery series over here. So I've already done swatches for these 2 palettes in one of my previous videos, so you can check that out. These were £10 each, and I would highly recommend the shimmer palette because it is beautiful. Pretty much all the shadows in here are very pigmented. You can't expect all of them to be as pigmented, but they are very pretty, and if you love glitter, you will love this palette. If you love matte or you need more matte shades to play around with, then you can go for the matte palette. I do love the fun colors that come with it because it's really nice to add pops of colors to your eyes. And if you just like to do neutral looks, then there is a whole bunch of brown shades to choose from. And I am actually currently wearing shadows from these 2 palettes on my eyes right now. So I've got some reds and browns going on my eyes. And then I picked up 3 of the Redemption palettes in Iconic 1, 2 and 3, which are essentially dupes for the Naked 1, 2 and 3 palettes. So mine are kind of scratched on the external surface because they got damaged during shipping, as I've said. And all these shadows are very creamy and pigmented, and they are only £4 each. And you get 14 grams of product for 12 shades, so that is more than a gram for each pan. And the palettes have a nice mix of mattes and shimmers, and they are really pretty close to the Naked palettes in terms of color. So these are definitely a must-haves from Makeup Revolution. So next, I have one of the 32 eyeshadow palettes, and this one is in Flawless. And the box is actually really pretty. It is this rose gold or pinky metallic foiled reflective box, and the shades are at the back. So the palette comes with a very generous mirror, and the shade names are printed on a separate sheet of plastic. The palette isn't very big, although it looks kind of big in pictures and on their website, so it really isn't. For reference, I have my iPhone and the palette over here, and you can tell it's not very big. But you still get 16 grams of product for 32 shadows, so that is 0.5 grams for each pan. And the shades over here are really pretty. You have some mattes, some shimmers, some metallic foils, and you do have a black in this palette, so you can create day or night looks with this palette, and it is just so pleasing to look at this palette. So this palette is £8, and I really like the feel of it. It's very sturdy, heavy duty, and yep. Finally, I have 4 chocolate bar palettes from I Heart Makeup, which is also a sister brand to Makeup Revolution. So these are dupes for the Too Faced chocolate palettes, and they do smell like chocolate as well. So my palette here is kind of shattered from shipping, and what you see right now is the cleaned up version because it was far messier than this. And again, you get a very generous sized mirror and 16 shades in this palette, and there are 22 grams of product in total, so that is a very generous size for each pan. So I have over here Death by Chocolate, I Heart Chocolate, the Golden Bar palette, which is relatively new, and the Pink Fizz palette. The Pink Fizz palette smells a bit more sweet and strawberry-ish as opposed to chocolate. And the shadows in here are very creamy and pigmented. They swatch very well on my skin, and I can't wait to try them out on my eyes. The Golden Bar palette, however, does not contain any matte colors as opposed to the other three. So you probably will need to mix this up with some other palette unless you're totally okay with going with an all shimmery eye. These are £8 if I've not mentioned, and there are still a ton more chocolate bar palettes on their site, and I think I need to collect them all. So far I'm quite impressed with the products, and they are very cheap and affordable, as I've said, and they do ship worldwide, so you should have no issue in getting your hands on some of these goodies. I didn't have to pay for shipping because I had quite a huge order, so I qualified for free shipping. I'm not quite sure if that is the case for all countries, but you can try it out. I hope you guys enjoyed my haul video. If you have a favorite Makeup Revolution product that you would like to recommend to me, do let me know in the comments below and I may go get it, because I'm thinking of placing another order soon, even though I've hauled in a ton of eyeshadows already. So I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!